Hey babes, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I have a special guest, and as you can see here, this handsome, lovely, dazzling man of mine
She has never said this.
Never.
She has never said this.
Never. Had decided to feature in a couple YouTube videos, so y'all should stay tuned for the next video as well because this handsome guy will be there. Anyway, tonight we're coming at you guys with 5 things we love and hate about each other. So first we want to start with the hates, but
of course you do.
Of course, we got to get that off our chest now because I've been holding this in. I'm ready to get this out. And then we're going to end off with our loves. So a little bit of background. I know I've talked on it in a few videos. Me and Simon met in college and we've been dating for almost 4 years now. Big number, right? Anyway, so we're gonna say the 5 things we love and hate about each other because we had years to have these incidents happen, so we know what we love and hate.
The anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, our anniversary is November 18th. We actually got together Thanksgiving break when we were in college. I think it was my junior year and his sophomore/junior year. To start off with is the 5 hates. So I'm gonna go first and then Simon gonna go next, and then we'll kind of piggyback off each other like that. So the first thing I hate about Simon, which I realized my dad does this also because his girlfriend told me he did this too, but Simon will eat, drink, cook anything and just leave the stuff right there. So let's say he eats an apple. You'll find the core exactly where he ate it at. So I can tell where he's been sitting at and eating because he's just gonna leave it there.
Gotta leave the evidence.
I know. It's like, where did you eat your dinner at? Oh, don't worry. I see your plate is still there. So that's one thing I hate about Simon. And now Simon, on to you.
I could say the same about you. I think Valencia, whenever she comes home after work, she throws away all her belongings near the doorstep.
I do that. I told y'all in the video I do that.
Just throws her cardigan on the floor, throws her shoes on the floor, throws her a tote bag on the floor, and it's like, but we literally have a closet nearby. Like, you know, why would you do that? Yeah. So I think that's what I hate about you. And I'm usually the one to like pick it up.
Now another thing I hate about Simon is hyper analytical, and when I say that, I'm gonna give you a scenario. So let's just say I was using the computer one day and it slightly dropped on the floor. So Simon went into like brain surgeon mode and was like,
we need to go get this thing checked out. We gotta run 5 diagnostic tests. We gotta figure out if this thing is broken or not.
Me on the other hand, I'm like, there's no scratches. It still comes on and off. I think it's good in my opinion. So that's just how we differ with that. So Simon to me is a little bit more analytical than I am. And I guess it's not really a hate because in some instances I need him to be like that.
The laptop dropped quite a distance.
It dropped 1 foot.
No, it wasn't.
For a laptop, I guess it is considerable distance.
Right. I mean, it's not like dropping a phone. It's like dropping a laptop.
But when it fell, in my opinion, I'm like, oh, it still works. Everything is still fine. Let's not worry about it. But Simon was like, no, let's worry about it because we don't know. Which I said in some instances you do want that, but in some it's kind of like, okay, I think we've killed a dead horse now. So that's the second thing I kind of hate about Simon.
So number 2 is probably you don't clean the house properly. And even when you do, it's
properly or not enough?
Both. And so...
This is news to me, girl.
I mean, like you don't like do a thorough cleaning, and even if you do, you kind of like half-ass it. And so, and cleaning is like once every blue moon. And so most of the times, you know, I'm the one who's cleaning, mopping, scrubbing, what have you. And so, yeah, like, you know, I want you to carry your weight too.
You know what's funny? Me and a coworker were talking about it. Because we're cleaning like so much more at work, when we get home, we don't feel like cleaning. And I can tell because when I get here, I'm like, I see this stuff is laying around. I know I should do something about it. I just don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been on my feet cleaning this whole entire place all day. I don't feel like cleaning when I get home. It's sad. He's right. I don't clean a lot. Properly, I would have to disagree, but I don't clean enough. I agree with that. He can't wear cologne. So whenever Simon wears cologne, it makes his head hurt. I don't know if it's kind of a...
allergic reaction, yeah.
It's not an allergic reaction. Your head just hurts because the cologne be so concentrated. You know, with men cologne, it be really strong because they're expecting a man to put on maybe 1 or 2 squirts. Even 1 or 2 squirts, Simon's head will start hurting like immensely. So I hate that he can't wear it because I be buying him cologne because I'm like, this smells so good. I would love for it to be on my man, but he can't wear it.
Why do you hate it though? It's like, you know, should you find
Because I want you to smell, you know, good.
I mean, I take a shower.
Yeah, but I want you to smell like the cologne. That's why I hate that you can't wear cologne because it makes your head hurt.
I guess.
And the cologne smells good to me, so I wish he could wear it.
Okay. I think Valencia, with her curly hair, she has the tendency to like play with it a lot and like, you know, just pull it. So, you know, if you're ever in our house, you'll realize the floor, the bathroom, the sink.
Yeah.
You know, it's just full of like curly hair. And sometimes when I like step into the shower, you know, she sometimes be pasting her like her hair on the wall, and so I wouldn't know, right? And so I just like, you know, open the what you call it?
Shower curtain.
Sorry, yeah, shower curtain, and like, you know, you suddenly see this like black stuff and you just don't know what it is. Kind of frightens me.
He literally asks me every time. So when I'm washing my hair, right, I have really bad split ends. So my hair is falling out in like droves. So what I try to do to not clog up the drain is like grab the hair, paste it to the wall, and then just take it all off. And literally every time I wash my hair, he go in the bathroom, is like, what is this on the wall? And it's like, it's my hair. Like I tell you this every time, it's my hair.
This looks different when it's wet.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't look like a human hair. It just looks different. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
Yeah, and he's right with little balls. Like whenever I'm bored, I'm just twisting my hair, and like I have so many fairy knots. If you're a natural hair person, then you know what a fairy knot is. So I just pull it off, and like it's like, oh, okay, I'll keep doing them. So it's just like, yeah, he's totally right about the hair thing. I hate that. Simon be putting the weirdest freaking food items together. Like he's okay. So when we're following a recipe, I would honestly let Simon do it because he's good at, like I said, he's like hyper analytical, so he's good at following a recipe. But if you were just to say, Simon, cook me something, girl, ain't no telling what he gonna come out the kitchen with. You'll be eating marshmallows on this side, spaghetti on the other side, and then I'm gonna put some tuna because tuna just pushes it all together. Simon.
That just means we don't have food at home.
No, Simon, it don't matter what we got at home. This boy will put the weirdest items.
I'm trying my best to feed her, okay? We just don't have food at home. It's hard.
He will put the weirdest items together and call it food and say, here, eat that. Or try this. And I'm just like, I think this may make my stomach hurt after. But okay.
She eats it though.
Yeah, I do. But I guess that's the fourth thing I hate about Simon is that he puts the weirdest food items together and makes me eat them.
Well, thanks for tolerating. I just find it so weird whenever, you know, she has this long period of time where she just watches YouTube, social media and whatnot. And then she randomly yells whatever people said on the social media, and I'm like, wait, where's that coming from? And all of a sudden she gets off the sofa where she's like sitting, and randomly starts twerking. And like, you know, in my face, and I'm like, where did this come from? I did not ask this.
He don't hate it though. It just, I guess it's kind of weird that
it's
I
like,
do that.
Like, why is she doing this? And
this is even kind of as a hate, man.
Huh?
This is kind of as a hate. You like that?
Do I?
You do.
Nah, I wish I would like it if I asked for it and got it. But, you know, I'd be like studying.
You should like the element of surprise, baby.
No, I don't think I do. Well, if I'm studying or if I'm working and all of a sudden, like, you know, that thing is on my face, that mode activates after she, you know, she looks at social media. And all of a sudden she's in that twerk mode.
This is the fifth hate, and it's kind of the biggest one. So, Simon is not the most romantic guy. So, half of the time I'm like, oh, this is so sweet what this guy did for his girlfriend. He's like, oh yeah, dude spent a lot of time doing that. I ain't got the time for that. I'm like, okay. You know, I would like to be surprised with things here and there. And he does give me gifts, I'm not gonna lie. So he does surprise me with gifts sometimes, but it's kind of something I've said and I've shown him, and I'm like, ooh, I would love that. And then he'll buy it. But it's not like he just comes out and does it. So he's working on his romance factor because that's something, we have open conversations in our relationship. So I've told him you know, I would like you to be a little bit more romantic. So that's something he's working on. But I do hate that there's not an aspect he already had. And it's kind of something I had to ask and receive. But we're working on it. My twerking is my act of romance.
Can I return it back?
No, there's no return to sender with that.
So I hate whenever I tell you to do something and you always try to laugh it off. It just pisses me so bad.
Oh my god.
It's like, you know, I'm trying to say, listen, this is really bothering me. Or like, you know, okay, go ahead and clean the house. Go ahead and make your bed. You know, just go ahead and do that stuff that you just left unattended. And you always try to laugh it off. And it's like, this, like, but, yeah, I just hate it.
Yeah, he does say that all the time, and like, y'all, I don't even notice it. But I guess in a way, I don't like to be told what to do sometimes, so then I do laugh. But he always says that. He's always like, whenever I'm having a serious conversation with you, you laugh, and I don't be noticing it. I don't be noticing it because I think my face be like, but really be like.
I also think that you laugh whenever you get nervous. So
I do. I laugh a lot when I'm nervous.
Like
so
if
you ever, if you ever ask me a question, I'm like, I'm probably nervous to give you my answer. So, okay, guys. So that's been the 5 things we hate. So now we're going to the 5 things we love. I know. I feel like the hate was easy.
The love is harder now.
So the first thing I love about Simon is that he's extremely smart. So the first thing that attracted me to him is when we were in physics class, he wasn't taking any notes. So I'm like, why are you not taking notes? And he's like, oh, I'm not going to take notes until like the second half of the course. So I'm like, okay, he got something up here.
I think that was just laziness speaking.
It was, because when we met up, I know I told the story before, that boy didn't know nothing, and he couldn't teach me nothing. But like in other aspects of our life, I've seen how smart he is, and that just draws me to him because I'm like, I've always wanted a smart man, somebody I can have an intellectual conversation with. And then like he said, after I'm done watching YouTube, I want to talk to you about how they talking about on Messy Monday, this happened on Twitter and Instagram. You know, I just want to have a person I can have a range of conversation with, and that's definitely what I have with Simon.
Yeah. You want to talk about Messy Monday. So you got
Messy Monday, messy.
So such an easygoing person, this lady. I feel like whenever
this boy, easy going.
Whenever there's like a social event, you know, people are attracted to her, like flies are attracted. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I feel like you're such an easygoing person and like a very social one. And people, you know, they don't find it hard to like speak with you. And so I feel like that's a quality that I like.
I'm mad at you just said flies are.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
I guess the second thing I'm still mad about these flies. I guess the second thing I love about Simon is that like this is an egalitarian relationship, so he doesn't put any like he doesn't force gender roles on me. He doesn't make me feel like you have to do this thing because you're a woman. Like, you know, I just feel like we're equal partners in this relationship, and there's not one thing that I have to do over what he has to do. Of course, there's still some things like, okay, you should take out the trash because I just want you to take out the trash. I feel like that's something you should do. And like him with me cleaning the house, he feels like, okay, I would like you to pick up that habit a little bit more. But there's no like strict rule, like only Simon takes out, well, pretty much only Simon takes out. It's not a strict rule, but
a bad example.
Right. Only Simon takes out the trash. But like with cleaning the house, it's not like only Simon has to do it or only I have to do it. We both pick up that task. And I love that he doesn't force me into a gender role. So that's one thing I love about him.
Another way to say this is I do a lot of things and she has like only a subset of things that she does. So yeah, that's
how this relationship is coming along.
Like exactly like a plan.
Right.
You know, she has like an excellent work ethic. Whenever, you know, if you see Valencia in her natural habitat, she's either doing YouTube, you know, setting up all the stuff, either editing or like always, you know, doing her schoolwork. And she's also like, you know, for me, whenever I'm doing like schoolwork, it's like such a drag. You're really committed to whatever.
Yeah, I go the extra mile. If I really, really want something, I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna go with full force, full throttle. Like I'm gonna go for that. That is a characteristic about me. Yeah.
Yeah. So to sum up in like just 2 words, why I like, the quality that I like, it's just work ethic.
It's love.
Yeah,
Not
love,
just like
love.
love. Another thing like I love not only about Simon but about the relationship we've been together is that we're very open. Like y'all, there's some stuff you probably never want to tell your partner that I've told Simon, and I've just been open about it because I don't want to start a relationship on the basis of I'm putting up a facade and I'm not being who I really am. No, like I don't like cleaning, I don't like cooking, I don't like washing dishes. Like tell your partner that, be open with them, because you don't want them signing up for a lifetime of something they didn't know you did or didn't do. And like it's been other things, even deeper things that I've told Simon because I feel open and accepted in this relationship to do so. And that's one thing I love about the bond we've created, and that has to do a lot with Simon, because if he wasn't so receiving on his end, I would feel caged in, like I couldn't say what I wanted to say to him in this relationship. So it's another thing I love about
Yeah, sometimes I feel like
very open-minded.
No, it's TMI sometimes.
Yeah. I know he's saying maybe TMI, but Simon is really like my confidant and my boyfriend. Like, I feel like I can tell him anything. And so that's why when something happened in my friend circle, I'm like, can you believe that this, that, and this didn't happen?
There's so many of our conversations starting with that phrase. Can you believe?
Right. Did you even think that da-da-da-da with... Yes, I'll be running off at the mouth with Simon because he's like one person I truly trust. And like I feel like I can tell some deep stuff too, because I know he ain't gonna go nowhere and like spread my business or spread lies about me, like, or whatever I say. Like I can trust Simon, and so that's one thing I love about him. He's so trustworthy.
I think because of this, I've gotten really good at nodding.
You should have said I got really good at listening.
No, it's just nodding.
Anyway, so now you fourth thing.
Yeah, baby. All right, number 4. This is what I like. Oh, sorry. Love. So I think you're really good with your money. You've got like bills every month, as everybody on this earth does.
Unless they're children under the age of
They're not really. Okay, they count.
Yeah, and they don't have bills at this point.
Okay, so every adult in America does. And I feel like you can manage it really nicely, which gives me confidence. It's like confidence.
Right.
In the future, I start earning and just give it to you. I just don't even think about it. Just give it to her, and she'll manage it.
Baby, did y'all hear that? That's that money bag Yo and Ari situation. Like he make the money, I count it. What you talking about? Anyway, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This really happened because my car.
We are broke. We used to be broke.
We used to be really broke. Like this is what I'm talking about. In college, my car was brand new when I got it. The latest car I have now. And at the time, someone was helping me pay for it, and then that went. And they were like, "I'm not gonna help you pay for your car anymore." So I'm working a job making like maybe $8 to $10 an hour, and I gotta pay my bills and I gotta pay for this car, which I don't even let y'all know how much the car is worth a month. But no, it's $3 signs if you want to look it up on the restaurant site. Okay?
Yeah, on the high side.
Yeah, it's on the very high side. And I'm making probably the amount of money that my car was worth, and like the amount of money that I had to pay every month in like a 2-week check. So it's just like, where am I gonna get the money from? And then sometimes I wouldn't even be making that much. So that's where a lot of my like money, planning money, like trying to be good, saving money, that's where a lot of that came from. Because if I didn't save money, I wouldn't have a car right now. I'm actually about to pay my car off next year, so y'all. Woo! Raise the roof, raise the roof. So number 5, or the last thing I love about Simon, which is the most important, is that he's so supportive. Like y'all, when I say, as you've seen in my path to PA school, I've taken so many different routes to try to achieve this goal, and he's been there every step of the way. With me starting my YouTube channel consistently, he's been there. With me doing school online, he's been there. Like Simon has really been there for me, and I don't think y'all understand. Like when I met him, I was at such a low place, but when I met him, he was like, it was when I was at a rough point in my life, and then he kind of helped me turn it around. So I really appreciate him from that, for being so supportive and still being supportive to this day. Like I said about him not pushing gender roles on me, he doesn't push a lot of things on me that I feel like in other relationships that did happen. Like where I got pushed into situations I wasn't ready for or didn't truly want to be in. But because he supports me in everything I do, I never feel backed into a corner, or feel like I'm by myself, because I know for sure I always got Simon. Always got Simon. So that's one thing I love about Simon, is that I always got him.
Ride or die.
Pretty much. A1 since day one.
Mm-hmm. So number 5, this is what I love about Valencia. I think she gives me this like perspective from another angle. So whenever I meet a new person or like hear a new idea, I'm always skeptical. You know, I'm sometimes afraid to befriend that person or try out the new idea. And she comes in, she, you know, helps me think about that stuff in a different way, or think about that person in a different way. And, you know, it kind of brings balance to our relationship. And for, you know, it's really hard to do things by yourself in this world, but to have somebody who is your confidant, you know, who loves you dearly, you know, who is always by your side, telling you, okay, maybe you should try this, maybe you should try that, maybe you should look at this thing differently, makes me appreciate her, you know, being with me even more.
Definitely.
So yeah, this is it's number 5, and this is the big one. This is what I really love about her.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a really fun video to shoot for you all. As I said before, if you want to see this handsome man, he'll be featured in another video, so be sure to come right on back. So as always,
You're just buttering me up now. I'm kind of skeptical what you're about to do next.
So as always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.
Bye, babes.
Thanks, baby.